The first poem I'm going to read to you is for all of us. This poem is dedicated to poets of our society who write what they see what they write, and write what they believe. Poets Society. Do words give life to a poet, or do poets give life to words? Do we live in a world of linguistic freedom, or are we prisoners to nouns, adjectives, and verbs? Sometimes we lay in quiet darkness, waiting for a lyrical light bulb to turn on, trying to get our stanzas just right. A true poet can do no wrong. Thoughts coming like bolts of lightning, then quickly disappearing into a fog, reappearing like the sun after a storm, and hovering around like mist in the early morn. We scream through the pen, yelling as we scribble on a pad, breathing heavy as we come to our senses, often questioning what made us so mad. Pensive is the principle of poets' prosperity. Organizing words and phrases are our wealth. Overindulging in metaphors and similes, trying to convince others what we want them to believe. As we get together in solidarity groups and share stories to those willing to hear, as we perpetually seek out those with a true listening ear. Sometimes the sensitive will shed a tear, those with a sense of humor will share a laugh, and those who love to reminisce will share stories of their past. We receive awards and salute our fellow laureates, writing books and anthologies so we never forget, chronicling a life of triumphs and tribulations, chronicling a life of our genesis that leads to our revelations. As we gather around a poet campfire and listen to words crackle like burning wood, giving comfort and support to each other, trying our best to do the world a bit of good. As we gaze at the world's landscape, dichotomy of images from a rainforest to an inner city, describing the flow of beaches, the seas, the concrete, the streets, as we strive to thrive in a poet's society. Thank you.
Nice to hear the noise, isn't it?
Yes.
I just see hands come up.
Lives of contrasting education. From Harlem to Howard, and education from both is empowered. From the numerous books with sheets to the streets teaching life lessons for keeps. Lessons given from teachers and moderators. Life being taught on milk crates in front of bodegas. Notes being taken on notepads and iPads. Scholars from the streets are those wearing toe tags. Studying till late at night leads to great test results. Same hours on the corner receive dirty looks and tight cuffs. 3 hours to go before the start of class. 3 friends lost their lives to the streets way too fast. Wistful parents hoping to get grant money from Pell. Saddened parents setting up GoFundMe accounts for bail. Receiving either one is a big relief. Sending one kid back to college, the other kid back to the streets. Proudly strutting down hallways with hardwood floors, mindlessly walking down tenement hallways with graffiti walls, walking with books worth about 50 grand, walking past libraries, closed libraries as if vacant land, studying subjects that want to put you in a nice high rise, studying cars as you slowly drive by, so you don't get caught up in the next drive-by. Going on interviews to start your career. Going to the parole board hoping it's your year. Getting the phone call saying the job for you is here. Walking out the gates, breathing in freedom and shedding a tear. Graduation day and students count their blessings. Acquittal at trial and life has delivered another lesson. Switch your tassels and throw your caps in the air. Walk out the courtroom, return to the hood, and hope someone cares. Lives and contrasting education. Thank you. Solitude. On my knees in prayer, and I don't know what to ask for. All my needs are met, and yet I yearn for more. Hands grip so tight, my arms become sore. Do I cherish the life I have and dismiss the tribulations of my past? Do I stay devoted to my beliefs while praying to stay on the praying path? I stay locked in my room, staring out the window, way too nervous to walk out the door. What will the world show me? Better to keep my feet fastened securely to the floor. What's waiting for me outside may take advantage of my giving side. Keeping my emotions securely tucked away, I think I'll stay inside, safe for another day. The world can be so cold, even when the season is summer. So many misdeeds, questioning my sanity. This world makes me wonder. I scream when I feel sharp emotional pain. I cry when I think of lives lived in vain. I close my eyes to capture memories gone by, trying to live life right, so at the end, there's no shame. Shout out what you think. Shout out what you feel. Shout out what scares you so you can face all your fears. I value your opinion because I value your voice. I value your decisions because I value your choice. I value who you are and the ingredients that make you you. We all have a story to tell. No perfection, just life's moments we've been through. Our struggles, our troubles, the questions, our morals, what's right, what's wrong, feeling weak, feeling strong. Be willing to walk a path and leave the past behind. Be willing to be a star and help others shine. Be willing to be the last one in the room and leave no one left behind. Stand up if you're willing to carry a cross. Create a path to salvation for those who are lost. Live out your vision only your eyes can see, and be willing to bear the brunt of public scrutiny. If the stars fell from the sky one at a time, and the night sky began to lose its shine, and the moon stood all alone, no one to talk to, living in a house that's no longer a home. This is how it feels to live life long, seeing those you love slowly pass on, trying to find the strength in your soul to shed another tear and another day to mourn. Solitude. Thank you. Eye, seeing life for what it is. Third eye, being your guide. The fabric of our soul is interwoven with love and passion, knitted with anger and violence, acts of misdeeds intertwined with acts of kindness. The crystal ball of life, very cloudy when you're young, clarification as the years go by, crystal clear near the end of your time. Trying to reach through the mirror to correct the flaws, the deep emotional scars starting to appear even more. As the years go by, the more doors we hear behind us close. Sitting at the poker table of life, more and more hands we have to fold. As we yearn to catch yesteryear, blowing in the wind, trying to determine when did the old leave and when did the new begin. If you knew at 20 what you know at 29, would you do everything you could to avoid any jail time? If you knew at 40 what you know at 50? Would you take better care of yourself? Put stock in your nutrition that will pay dividends in health. If you knew at 50 what you know past 60, would you want more peace and love and even more tranquility and serenity? Being granted 3 wishes, what would it be? Would it be to see someone you weren't able to see? Would it be to be somewhere you weren't able to be? Would it be to keep something you weren't able to keep? I want to go back in time, and we all know time is priceless, to help all those who weren't treated with kindness. I want to go back and rescue all the animals who were needlessly slaughtered, resurrect mothers and fathers who never had the chance to spend precious time with their sons and daughters. How many generations does it take to learn from past generations and their mistakes? Important thoughts told around the table, legacies passed around like food on a tray. The survival of our history, stories passed down so we never grow old. Listening intently to my elders who speak to me, waiting for a warm night as the days grow cold. Clarity.